you to get together.
Hello everyone, John Coleman here for another update on what has gone on in the month of September in the world of mortgages and property. Well, I suppose to start with, the property figures released based on the figures up to July for the previous 12 months. So the property price has gone up by about 8 or 9%, depending on what part of the country you're in. So the demand is not going anywhere. You can back that up then with the figures for the number of approvals in July. Basically, there was over 5,000 in July of new approvals. Over half were first-time buyers. If you look at that over a yearly basis, there's apparently 53,000 mortgage approvals. So when you have only 15,000 new properties coming to the market, you can see the big gap between supply and demand. So how does this get solved? Well, in real terms, my view again is it's supply. The central bank are currently doing a review of the sort of lending of the mortgage market, and there's pressure being put on them to allow banks to lend more money. In my view, that is not the answer. Ultimately, if people can borrow more money, but the supply isn't there, it only leads to prices going up, and you still have the same shortage of supply versus demand. So until we can get the supply fixed, we're going to have this problem for a period of time. Now, the temporary solution is obviously the banks are allowed to give exceptions. And surprisingly, one of the banks have actually literally in the last week or so come back to the market offering exceptions again. Now, their view on this is obviously that any deals that get struck now are most likely not going to be closing until next year, 2022. So they're not eating into their 2021 budget. Now, before I get 100 phone calls on this, it comes with conditions. They won't be lending up to 4.5 times salary, which some people expect to get, maybe 4 times salary, maybe 4.1. And it seems to be targeted mainly at people who are earning salaries of over 75 or over 80K, who are early 30s and have no other loans. They're the people who are getting the exceptions in this current phase with this current bank. Obviously, other banks will come to the table probably later in the year as predicted, and there may be easier conditions. But if you fall into those category, reach out and I'll certainly update you as to where you would currently stand and what you could currently do. The one good thing about this exception is it is a sort of you can use it in the next 6 months. It's not a case of use it or lose it. If you don't have a property, you can't get the exception. So at least you have time to shop around to find something that works within your budget. So if that's of interest, get back in touch. Hopefully we'll all have a very good October, and I'll be back to you with hopefully more optimistic and positive news come at the beginning of November. I can't believe I'm saying the beginning of November. So anyway, have a good month.
I want you to